Well, it was certainly a gratifying day. I think, we started right from the beginning of the game offensively, and we're moving down the field, and they had difficult time stopping us all game long, even to the very end. I think the only times that they were successful in doing that were times when we stopped ourselves. On the defensive side, I thought we were opportunistic. We came up with some key stops, key moments in the game. It wasn't a complete game on that side of the ball, but it was good enough. And I just can't credit these guys and our entire team for the work that they put in this week. That was the number 10 or 12 team in the nation right there that we just kind of took apart out there. And so very happy with what our guys were able to do. Questions?
I'll just, I think we talked about a little bit of just kind of starting fast. Obviously, you can't start much faster than that 75-yard touchdown in the second play of the game, and that just continued. I guess just maybe what went into just that offensive preparation where it felt like you guys really hit the ground running.
Well, I think you really got to credit, our offensive coaches and the players on offense. I mean, they really had they really believed in themselves, and they thought we could move the ball down the field on these guys. And it doesn't always start the second play of the game like it did, but it did today. And once we got that, I think it energized us a little bit, and we kind of had the attitude that there was no way they could stop us out there.
I just wondered, you guys seem to use a lot of 2 tight end personnel, a lot of 12 personnel. Can I just ask, what were maybe the looks that you feel like created like that? It felt like it obviously helped the running game just on the interior, but it also seemed to create one-on-one opportunities.
Well, a lot of it was based on what they do from a defensive standpoint. They're in a 3-3 stack most of the time, and they've got 6 to 7 people up near the line of scrimmage, and you need that extra body in there. Not only does it create an extra gap, but it gives you an extra blocker.
Derek, talk about Rodney's game and how big it was, for him keeping these drives alive and taking time off the clock too.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's a credit to him. It's a credit to all our running backs. It's a credit to our offensive line. They did an unbelievable job. We were able to, drain a ton of clock in the second half. Didn't really have to do much, and it's just a credit to those guys. It's pretty special what they did in the second half.
Rodney, do you feel like you had it going today? You were in the groove right today, or what?
Yeah, I feel like I left a lot on the bone, though. With a couple runs, But yeah, I feel like I was in the groove.
Rodney, I just had a question. It's kind of been 33 carries, 186 yards, none of them longer than 20.
Yeah.
So I guess could you take me through just that idea of really embodying that workhorse mentality where it's grinding away and accumulating those yards?
Yeah, my job is to get 5 yards or more, 5 yards, or if one pops, it pops. But I'm just thinking 5, 5, 5, and we're going play by play. One of them pops open, and one of them pops open. But yeah, my job is to get 5 yards and first down.
Guys, talk about your connection with Derek and about your ability to yak yards after catch.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time off season over the summer just building a connection. Making one of his go-to guys. On third and fourth down, we need a play. I'm making sure I'm there and getting open. And I'm making the most of every opportunity.
Go ahead.
Jaden, look, I think there's no secret that the defense went into this game with a lot of questions. Felt like you guys had a lot of answers today. Obviously, you had that big statement play with forcing the fumble. Maybe could you just talk about that moment, because it did seem to really galvanize the unit and just kind of create the space that you rode to the victory.
Yeah, we know going into the week, we had a pretty bad second half of that Charlotte game, and we know that we got to pick these guys up on offense because we got the best offense in the country. So going into this week, we prepared, and I think we started out well, and then I think we just started to wear on them. And then that play specifically, I think it just shows effort. We had a lot of guys to the ball, everybody running to the ball, and when the ball's on the ground, we're right there to make a play. So I think just our relentless effort, keep building. We still have a lot of work to do, but I think just that play in particular, just running to the ball, everybody getting there, and then it showed how much we were all together with it. The team is hype, defense is hype, offense is hype, special teams is hype. So I think that play at the moment just really brought everybody together and realized, when we're clicking, how good we can actually be.
Coach, a huge sequence in the game, beginning of the second half, third quarter. Nova scores and cuts it to a 10-point lead, and then the offense comes right back and scores again, and then the defense comes back and get a sack from Hunter, and then Lester with the quarterback pressure on third down and forces Villanova to punt. I thought that sequence was huge in the game.
Well, it was key. I mean, not only, did they go down the score and cut it to 10 points, but, I think on the sideline we were confident the entire game that our offense was going to go down and score. And then when we had that sequence on the defensive side, which got the ball back for our offense in the very next possession, and then we were able to take that one in and score, that's really what opened the game up in the second half.
For Derek and Josh, I just wanted to ask you guys, I mean, was there anything you saw that was maybe a vulnerability or just trust maybe in those one-on-one matchups where you knew if you could get them isolated, you could find them? I mean, just what went into, 177 yards, just beginning to finish, you guys were terrific.
It's just the trust. This guy's a hell of a player. It's pretty easy when I get to throw the ball to the guys that I get to throw the ball to, especially him. I just know he's going to be open. The amount of trust we have as a group is incredible, but we're hungry. We want a lot more than what we got today. So,
yeah, my job is just to get open and catch the ball and make him look good. So that's what I'm here doing.
Maybe one follow-up to that, Derek. Just the other part was just aside of Josh, who's ultra reliable, it was a lot of spreading around the ball to different targets. Makai obviously kind of hit him on that big play out of backfield. Obviously, did you get the tight ends involved? I guess just what went into maybe seeing that, being able to see those different matchups. It just felt like you had great vision, and I guess what were you looking for seeing out there?
Whoever's open. All of our players are good. All of our skill players are phenomenal players. I tell them all the time, if they're open, they're going to get the ball. It's that simple. If you get open in this offense, you're going to get the football.
Talk about that throw you had to Neal. I mean, that was an unbelievable pass. I mean, he just put it in there. Talk about that play.
Pretty good route and catch, no? That's what I think. The kid Trey made an unbelievable play. And it's that simple. My job is to stand in there, take hits, and throw the ball. And he was, happened to make a great route, great play. It was a great play for us.
So, what did you think of those interference calls on you guys, especially the one down at the 2-yard line? I mean, come on.
Every crew is different. They emphasize different things. This crew, they threw a lot of flags for pass interference on both teams. We had our share, they had their share against them, and sometimes they let you play a little bit more with their hands, and some crews don't. And today they didn't. So it's part of the game. You can't look at the penalties and say, oh this, oh that one. I don't get into that. I don't play that game. But it is what it is.
What are you thinking about? What do you think about having to buy so early in the season?
Well, it's week 5. It's literally 1 week before the halfway point of the season. So it's not really that early. Week 1 or week 2 might be early. But I think it comes at a good time. We've played our first conference game. We've got a good win today. It gives us a chance to go back and the guys who've played a lot of football through the first 4 weeks to rest up a little bit, and the guys who haven't played a lot of football to get them ready to play football. We're going to need everybody on the team before the season's over, and it's a long way. It's a long grind. So I think it's an opportunity for us to heal up, to maybe look at some different things, different people, and to rest our guys that have played the first 4 games.
Coach, just how good, I guess, or what does it feel like to have this kind of maybe be that cap heading into the bye week through these first 4 weeks where, you beat a ranked team, obviously a conference rival, one that you've had, and it's emphatic, the defense, how much confidence that takes? It
feels a lot better than the alternative, going into the bye week with a loss, I can tell you that. That wouldn't feel very good. But I think, too, with this victory, our guys got to come away very confident in all phases that, in one, they can stop a top 10, top 12 team, whatever they were ranked, and really do it in a convincing way. So I think that's going to motivate us to work even harder during this bye week. It's going to motivate us for the rest of the season, and we just got to go 1 week at a time.
Maybe a similar question for you, Jaden. Just how good does it feel for that defense to have this kind of be, that 4-week run, the end of it, where it's really strong, obviously some great sacks, generating a lot of negative plays. How do you build on it? I'm sure there's still more you want to do, but how good does it feel to have that performance?
No, it's definitely important. It's definitely a good feeling. We still have a lot of work to do, and I think going into this bye week, it gives us the opportunity to look back on the film and really make critiques and get better with our eyes, our technique, and tackling. That's probably the biggest thing. So I think it's huge that we capped it off this way, but I think we still have a lot of work to do, and I think that we're going to make those improvements this week in the bye week, and we're just going to keep building.
For any of the players in the sold-out crowd today, can you just talk about what it was like playing in that environment with all the Hawk fans kind of in the stands?
Well, this is our first home game, and I feel really good about this team this year. Like, we're really explosive, and this was their first opportunity to see that, so I'm glad we could put a show on for them.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable crowd, sold out. I mean, we can't really ask for much more than that. I mean, we've been on the road 3 weeks in a row, some long trips. So to be here and get a win in front of a sold-out crowd was awesome.
Coach, in the long evolution of this program, could you just talk about the significance of a victory like this?
You mean you want me to rank it?
You can do that.
It was as good a victory as we've had this season, and we're really excited about that, and we're looking forward to get many more as the season unfolds.
Maybe one more for the guys, just building off the crowd thing. I mean, was that anything that maybe gave you a jolt of momentum or something to start fast? But also, I just wanted to ask, is that also an affirmation of the work you've put in and the stature you've built this program towards to have that type of a sold-out crowd cheering you on?
Yeah, absolutely. I heard the stat hasn't been sold out since 2021. So, getting our fans there, getting to watch us play, kind of the momentum that we've been having. We're now 3-1. So, I want to thank the Hawk Nation for coming out and just continue to just be better every week.